What up? Just crushed my workout and I'm gonna hit that Jocko Molk RTD. I just put some creatine in this. I'm not talking about Jocko Fuel today. I mean, I could because I am talking about data today, and this is really more focused on kind of something I said yesterday as I was touring Old Ironside in Boston Harbor, about rendering the fat. Walked 6 miles through Boston with the BJJ Widow. It's such a phenomenal city. It's freaking ridiculous. Time War. This has NAD3 in it. I take this every day along with my joint warfare. I'm just going to chug this thing to get that creatine. There's some new science out saying like you got to drink your creatine like right after a workout and you get 20 or 25% more benefit is what they say. I don't know. I heard this through the grapevine. But that's what I'm doing. I'm following the plan. 30 grams, 3 seconds. 30 grams in 3 seconds. Let's go. And I got my hydrate. So, I just sent a text off to Phil, our marketing director at Origin, and I'll just read it to you. I'm gonna read you this text. Where is it? And it's Sunday. It's 12:30 in the afternoon. Okay, so just for those folks out there who shut off during the weekend, you're gonna lose. All right, if you shut off, well, I mean, if you only turn on for 5 out of 7 days, gosh, you got to be shutting off. What is that? 15 or 20% of your week. You're not going to build anything iconic shutting off. You don't get to shut off if you're trying to find upward trajectory in life. It's you can't follow the laws of man or the rules of man, which is, hey, we're going to work 5 days and we're going to take 2 days off. I do like to settle down on the Sabbath on Sunday, but I'm still working on Sundays. I pace it a little bit more, and I give the team a break. See, I didn't text Phil until 12 o'clock, so I gave him a morning break. But what I said is, I think we have so much data now. We can literally, or no, sorry. I think we have so much data now. We can really leverage it to design a play that guarantees a strong finish. What is the context of that text? We can design a strong play that guarantees a strong finish. And I have football on my mind right now. I usually don't. I have a thing with football. I played football my whole life. I was really good at it, and ended up dropping out of school. Played Division I football. I didn't love it. I wasn't passionate about it. I was just good at it. And it's interesting. It's interesting because a lot of people wanted me to keep playing football, because I was really good at it, but I didn't love it. I didn't even really like it, and I played 2 seasons in college and then dropped out. And then I didn't watch football for probably 12 to 15 years after I dropped out. I didn't want anything to do with it. Didn't watch it on TV. Didn't watch any NFL games. Didn't watch Super Bowls. Nothing. But we went down on Friday night, this past Friday, and surprised my business partner, Andre Dedeco. We surprised him and his wife. His son, Gabe, plays for Zavarian Boys Academy in Massachusetts, and he starts as a linebacker, and we surprised him. He had no idea we were coming down. Both of our kids are, out of college and in college, so we're empty nesters. We usually are traveling to games. We've been traveling to games for our whole lives, whether it was me playing in high school and college, and then we had kids right after. Then I started competing in jiu-jitsu professionally, so we traveled for that. Then my son and daughter started playing sports and traveling around New England. And so we're a sports family. And this is the first year were really not traveling for sports. And so we just said, screw it. We played hooky Friday afternoon, drove to Boston, went and saw these kids play football, a bunch of savages. And it was fun. It was fun to watch a game again. And so I've got football on my mind. And so I'm referencing football. I would normally reference jiu-jitsu. You know me, I'm always thinking about jiu-jitsu, but for this is the reason I have football on my mind. So I was saying, how can we leverage it to design a play that guarantees a strong finish? We have a running game, we have a passing game, and we have a trick offense. When we need it, we can run trick plays. But how do we piece everything we've learned together to get it over the goal line? The data will lead us there, I believe. Now, if you look at class structure, you have freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. Your seniors are for us, our customers that have been with us, let's just say for 4 years, because, that makes sense. Juniors are 3 years, sophomores are 2 years, and then you have your customers, your players who have only been with you for a year. They're new. They're still learning the offense. And in direct-to-consumer, and if you are running a direct-to-consumer, and this is obviously a business-focused vlog, if you're running a direct-to-consumer play, you really have to understand the data. That's like watching film. In college, we had to watch film. This is like something that wasn't up for debate. You'd get up in the morning, do your training, lifting, you'd go to school, then you'd have to show up and you'd have to watch film. And you're going to watch yourself play and practice. And then you're going to watch the teams you're going to compete against. You're going to watch their players. You're going to strategize. And this is why I think sports is such a great metaphor for life. I mean, when kids who play sports, and if you're like looking at hiring or recruiting, kids who played college sports they're just different. They're grittier. They're going to work hard. They're motivated. You only got to ask them once. They're coachable. They know how to work with other people because teammates on teams are from all different parts of the country or world, and people have different backgrounds, and they're all there to win at a game. And life at times is a game, and business is definitely a game, because nobody knows what the hell they're doing. I don't care. Nobody knows what they're doing. Like, people figure it out, and they test and learn enough to figure it out if they're successful. A lot of it just starts with gut and intuition and passion and casting a long-term vision, and then you throw some shit against the wall and see if it sticks and if people like it. I always believe if you believe in an idea, if you believe in your idea, there are other people that are going to be like-minded, whether they know it or not. And that's always been my philosophy since I've been in business. It's like, it doesn't matter what your idea is, whether someone thinks it's good or bad, as long as you believe in that thing and you can see it. If you believe and you can see, then there's other people out there of the hundreds of millions, billions of people that will also believe and see that thing that you see so clearly. And then it's a matter of time. It's throwing some shit against the wall, seeing if it sticks. It's testing and learning, and having enough staying power is what it is, to get through the muck and the mud, being a maniacal underdog. Sometimes I still feel that way, even though like across two brands, hundreds of employees, hundreds of millions of dollars a year in revenue, I still feel like sometimes I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I'm not saying that to sound humble. I'm just being really truthful. I think I know. Sometimes I'm totally wrong, or proven wrong because something doesn't quite work out the way it was supposed to. And this is where data is really important. Yesterday I said, you've got to render the fat. I was talking about a whaling ship. And if you didn't watch that vlog yesterday, you should. I did a tour of old Ironside, but rendering the fat, they used to have factory ships, literally whaling. They would hunt whales all over the ocean. I'm not a proponent of whaling, but back then I probably would have been on the ship whaling. We all would have been trying to find upward trajectory if that was the opportunity in life. We're talking pre-industrialization. We're talking pre-big oil, petroleum-based products. We're talking about surviving in New England. Listen, we all would have been involved in whaling. All right, so easy to look back and judge it now. Looks so silly, looks so savage. We're so disconnected from it. But what's important is that we pull the lessons of that. And so one of the terms I use with the team is render the fat. Every day you got to render the fat, which means every day you need to win and you need to hunt and you need to process. So you're learning, you're navigating. Okay, you're across the ocean. You know when the storm's going to blow in. You can look at the skies. You can look at the stars. Red sky in morning, sailors take warning. Red sky at night, sailors delight. You know the seasons, what the sky's doing. Like you understand. In business, you start to feel this the same way you would on a ship, as if you were going to cross the Atlantic with simple, minimal tools. Right? You just understand nature. And after being in business for 25 years, I understand the nature of business. You feel the seasons. You know when the storm's coming. But every day, it doesn't matter what is bombarding you, whether it's a kraken from underneath monster or a storm from the top or both at the same time. You still have to render the fat. The ship is a factory, and it needs to process everything. At the same time, we need to know where we're going, and we need to take our experiences and apply them. And the more we know, the more we have, the more we can ensure our future. And all business is like this, and trying to find a way to ensure your future. Hopefully you've got a strong enough team that knows how to do the rigging, that knows how to run the sails, that understands the ocean as well as you do, that you never capsize, right? Like once you capsize, you're done. And so business is about staying afloat. It's about harvesting the bounty and rendering the fat. And part of this message, going from whaling to football metaphors, I said, we have a running game, we have a passing game, and we have a trick offense, and we need it. How do we piece everything we've learned together to get it over the goal line? The data will lead us there, I believe. Data is so important. Bringing this full circle. Data points. And I apologize for using this metaphor, but business is savage, and you have to be a conscious savage in business if you want to win. You have to want to kill to eat. And you have to understand, like, if you don't kill to eat, you die. And that's a hard mindset to compete with. And that's why most businesses fail. It's harder to build a successful business than it is to become a professional athlete. There's way more professional athletes out there than there is people building and driving meaningful businesses at scale, right? There's not a lot of those folks. But the data is going to leave you there. If I'm going to harpoon a whale, I need to place it just right? They used to call out chimneys of fire. That's when they hit it right, just right in the blowhole. And they basically suffocate and drown the whale. In business, you're looking to do the same thing. You're looking to place that harpoon exactly where it needs to go. And you should have that institutional knowledge, right, combined with experience, institutional knowledge, which really is experiential knowledge, Experiential knowledge is calluses and scars, and institutional knowledge is just the process in which you learn over years and years and decades. And then your data set, which is what you've discovered testing and learning over years. And so for me, the team is like, basically what I'm saying is there's no freaking excuses. There's no damn excuses. Go win. You have all the information to win. And I put myself in this group. I am part of the group. We have all the information we need to win, to get the ball over the goal line. I don't want a close game. I don't want a 3-point spread. I don't want a 1-point spread. I want a 40-point spread. I want us to win so badly. The stands go silent and the moms and dads walk away with their tails tucked. And they get in their vehicles and they drive home in silence. That's the savagery that you're looking for. I call that not surviving, but thriving. It's a thriving mindset, and it's this mindset of a 7-day week, 365 days a year. When you're sitting at Thanksgiving, when you're Christmas morning, I hate to say it, but that is the winning mindset. It's never truly shutting off, but very, very rarely, which again, I've done a vlog on this, which is definitely necessary to regain, to recoup, so you don't overprocess things. And so, we're just, as we approach Q3, right? Sorry, I'm Q4, right? On, I guess this would be like Tuesday or Wednesday, Q4 starts. And this is the fourth quarter. You've got a full squadron of, of freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. You've been running a close game, and you really want to outscore them heavily in the fourth quarter, and use your data to get you there. You've watched the film. You've watched yourself on film. You've watched your competitors on film. And so that is gathering information. I'm not saying watching your competitors in business necessarily. I'm using that as a metaphor. You got to watch tape. I shouldn't have said competitors. You watch yourself on film. You're watching tape data, right? Because you're processing data all the time, and you need to pull that, parse it, look at it different ways from different angles. In 4 dimensions, not only 3 dimensions, extrapolate what you can, and then build a play and a system that is going to get you where you're going to thrive. And so this is what's on my mind on this Sunday afternoon as I blow up my team to make sure we're not fucking around as we enter Q4 in 48 hours. It's really important that we're not fucking around. So that's it. Just wanted to share what I'm going through today, what I'm thinking about today. I will catch you tomorrow. Hey, listen. Questions, comments, concerns, grievances, anything you want me to discuss, I'm not discussing or touch on that I haven't, please post it below. I'm an open book for the most part. I'll share anything and everything in an effort to help in whatever you're doing in life, love, and the pursuit of happiness. Catch up with you.